Hello, welcome to episode of Cigars and. My name's Jason, and I know normally right now you see a cigar sticking out of my face. Okay, that's better. But we're not going to talk necessarily just about cigars today. We're to make ghost pepper chili. Now this is not a world famous recipe, it's just how I make it. Chili is pretty simple. Really, it's so many recipes and there's really not much to it, so try it yourself. The key is how hot do you want it. Well, we'll start with a couple habaneros, some Thai chilies, some smaller Thai peppers, and 3, I would say beautiful, but they're really ugly pepper, ghost peppers. All from my garden. And then, when we're done, tonight, I'm going to smoke a Diesel Whiskey Row. This is a pretty full body stick. It's great flavor. And Diesel Whiskey Row Rabbit Hole Bourbon Barrel Aged. I think it'll go good with my ghost pepper chili. Well, right after I finish my ghost pepper chili. Remember, the key with chili is cook it slow, cook it long, and it's always better the next day or the day after it's been in the fridge all night to reheat up. Something about chili and spaghetti sauce always gets better. You know I'm right. Alright, I'm going to do a time lapse so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you enjoy the video. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our meat, simmer our meat. I'm just going to use regular ground beef for this. And you do not need to cook it long because a good portion of the cooking is going to be done in the crock pot. Remember, we'll cook this for several hours. Alright, now I'm going to put the meat in. Notice it's not cooked all the way. That's okay. I don't want it cooked all the way. No reason for it to be. It's going to cook in the pot. Okay? Some people may disagree with me, but that's okay. And I'm going to start it on high. I always start it on high for an hour or two, and then I put it down to low. This is your standard chili seasoning mix. Basically tells you chili cooking instructions, something simple. 1 pound of ground beef, 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of kidney beans. I did 2 cans. I did 1 can of kidney beans, 1 can of black beans. Also did about 2 pounds of meat also. 1 packet of this. This is brown ground beef or turkey. And then it says stir in tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, cover. It's so simple. It really is. There's nothing to making chili. Now, am I going to add more? Of course I'm going to add more. I'm going to add onions to this thing. I'm going to add more garlic to this thing. This is just your base right here. Yeah, Bubby. Normally I just use 1 big onion, but this is all I had, so I'll use these onions. I prefer Valdez onions or large sweet onions. These will be white onions. They'll be fine. Looks like someone needs to sharpen his knives. I hear you, Bubby. Yeah, these onions won't make me cry so much. They're smaller. Good news about onions and hot peppers when you're cooking them is you don't need to pre-cook them like you would anything like normally. You just throw them right in the pot and let the pot do this thing. I do prefer my onions pretty small in my chili. Decent, not super diced up, but small enough. I'm not a chef. I never went to cooking school. So if you critique the way I dice onions, that's fine. I don't care. Alright, here's the part we got to be careful here. Okay, there's two ways you can cut these up. If you want, I like to keep the stem on when cutting them, okay? Especially because of the ghost peppers. Look like a little spider or something in it, huh? Alright, there's two ways you can use a knife, or you can use a pair of scissors. Scissors work really well because I can cut as small as I want, but still not touch the actual skin. Now the skin isn't bad, but once you cut it, those oils will get on your hands. If you touch your hands, that's why a lot of people recommend using gloves. That's really a good idea. Okay, see, that stem broke off because that one's been out for a couple days. So that one might be a little more difficult to cut up without getting it all over my skin. Alright, so these little ones I'm going to use a knife on. These little things have some heat, let me tell you. The key with doing the hot peppers is to make them as small as possible. That way the flavor is distributed throughout the chili in every bite. Some people just put whole pepper in there and let it soak in, and then make sure not to get that pepper when they're spooning it in. And you don't get the full effect that way. They can say, oh, it soaks in. No, it's not the same. So one way to use the scissors here is just hold it, and then that way you get nice and small pieces. Make sure you get those lovely seeds too. That's where all that heat is. Now if you want to keep one pepper whole to leave in there just so people can see it, that's fine. You can do that. I'm not a big fan of the habanero pepper. It's got a lot of good heat, but it doesn't have a lot of flavor by itself. The Scotch bonnet, if you ever get a chance to get that one, has the same heat index, as the habanero, but I think it has so much more flavor. I'm still going to wash my hands. I can feel the heat all right to my eyes just from doing this. Oh no, the ghost pepper. Now you think I'm going to leave it that big, you're crazy. I'm not biting in chunks that big. No siree. a couple of ways you can do this. You can just make sure they're nice, small, but you want to make sure they are small. That way they get all through the chili into every single bite. That way whoever tries chili knows you mean business. And they're like, ah, that's nothing. Usually when you tell someone you make ghost pepper chili, usually they're like, it's either heck no or sure, I'd try that. Because even most people who say, oh, I like spicy things, usually ghost pepper is usually a little too extreme for them. Alright, that's all our ingredients, right? Not quite. We'll take that one ghost pepper we talked about right here. We'll just set right on top there. And we'll do something else. One of the things we'll do, we'll put a potato in there. Sometimes tomato sauce you get from the store has too much acid in it. The potato will actually suck up a lot of that acid, absorb it. So if you have people that get acid reflux from chili and spaghetti sauce, adding potato can definitely help. The other thing I'm going to do is something different today. I got some mild Italian sausage I'm going to cook in there as well. Why? Because if you do a Italian sausage in a crock pot, it comes out so tender. And I'm just going to do 3 of them. And then at the end of the night, you can eat them all, you know, with or without the chili. So it's on high right now. It's going to stay on high. And in about an hour, I'm going to turn it down to low. And it's going to cook all day long. Alright, how hot are these little Thai peppers? Well, you always like to test it. That's got some heat. Whew. This one here is a Thai chili. Pretty good. This was the ghost pepper. Definitely the hottest. Woo! And that's going to be in my chili. Oh, and then we're going to have a cigar. Alright, we're back. Ghost pepper chili's all done. I'm here with my lovely wife, Rebecca. And last time she made the ghost pepper chili, and I just made it slightly different, so we're going to have a little comparison here. I prefer the multi-grain scoops. These are the best for chili. Like I said, this chili is too strong to eat just with a spoon, so you ready to try it?
Why do I have a feeling like I'm the guinea pig here?
No guinea pigs.
Why are you feeding me?
No, you can grab your own. Yeah. Good flavor. Good amount of heat.
Yeah, it's not killing me yet.
2 ghost peppers, 2 Thai chilies, 2 habaneros, and 4 small chilies in it. And I have cornbread here, emergency cornbread, in case you have to bite into that. Emergency cornbread. Oh, she's tearing up now.
The first one. Next, I'll lose my voice.
Now the difference is I put potato in it to absorb the acid, so it wouldn't give acid reflux as much. Cut on the acid, and we still have those
mild Italian sausages in there we can eat just by himself. I like it so far. Pretty good.
Yeah, good flavor.
Good amount of heat, good flavor.
I still get a water, but yeah, it's not unbearable. I was expecting it to be worse.
You see, not unbearable. Now keep in mind, when we first met, she couldn't handle any spice. She didn't cook with spice. I introduced her to spice. Unfortunately, I introduced her hardcore with like authentic Thai hot chili. But now, Rebecca loves spice in her life.
Now I'm a pro.
Now you're a pro. And I had, of course, I had the black beans with the red kidney beans too. I like it. It's got good heat. Good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would eat it without the chips though.
Alright, I'm gonna finish my show.
Okay. Alright, there you go. My wife tried the ghost pepper chili. Didn't kill her. She enjoyed it. Still wiping the tears off her eyes. So I'm going to fix her the rest of her dinner. And then afterwards, we're going to have that cigar, that Diesel Rose cigar. Well, I had my ghost pepper chili. The wife enjoyed it. I got my cup of coffee here. And I'm going to smoke my Diesel by Whiskey Row. It's probably the third one I've had of this series. Very good. Very good flavor. A lot of body. A nice even burn. Good draw. And goes really good after ghost pepper chili. Hope you all enjoyed my video. Take care.